Attention action martial artists. NAFMA and USKA Fight Sports have finalized an agreement that will form the NAFMA KO Fight Series. This is beginning in October 2019. USKA Fight Sports is a promotion company matching athletes in Glory style and Muay Thai style competitions. The goal of the NAFMA KO Fight Series is to provide a clear path for athletes competing in sports karate to transition to the full contact arena. Beginning immediately, all USKA fight cards will have 1 or 2 bouts featuring NAFMA athletes. All sports karate athletes are invited to participate. A true grassroots pathway for athletes to the kickboxing arena, as stated by our publisher and also NAFMA president, Jose Torres. Gary Grant Jr., USKA Fight Sports president, also has a few words to share. My background and roots are in sports karate. I look forward to helping the elite sports karate athletes smoothly transition into the full contact arena. Be sure to follow NAFMA and USKA Fight Sports for their news on their new KO Fight Series. This is Action, signing off.
Saturday, October the 5th, USKA Fight Sports returns to its home, the Parkview Inn, on Bulldog Drive in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with another pro Muay Thai card. Get your tickets at USKAFightsports.com, USKAFightsports.com.
Who you are and what do you plan on doing this weekend?
All right. Well, as you said, my name is Jared Jones. I live in Edgewater Park, New Jersey. I've been doing martial arts for about 11 years, and I really got into full contact fighting, or at least the idea of it, middle high school, sophomore year, and couldn't really find a chance to get it at the time. But, as I progressed and I started looking outwards towards different outlets, I found your league, and it seemed very interesting, and I had to get into it.
Good. Yeah. So I bumped into you. I see at the karate tournaments and stuff throughout the years. And the last couple times I saw you, you're like, get me in. What's going on? What are you doing with these fights? And, initially I thought you're looking for some free tickets to get in and watch. But you're looking to get in there and you're looking to fight. So what made you, first of all, get into the martial arts? I mean, you're a young guy, but what made you get into the martial arts as a kid?
Oh man. Well, being who I am, I'm kind of crazy myself. As a kid, just kind of got into trouble, to be honest. And I needed something to really put my energy into. Luckily, my mother was there for me, and she really put out herself looking for an outlet for me, and came across Master Torres, who was the president of the NAFMA Association. And she introduced me to him. And then his school is what really put me into all that. Going through whatever he put me through, having him as my mentor, really, and as, another father figure of mine, he's really pushed me to be who I am, and really given me the mentality of having a goal, setting it, and then trying to achieve it the best way possible.
So the martial arts has been a pretty significant portion of your life.
Yes.
Now, Jose Torres is a very good friend of mine, and I know that if you go to his school, you're probably not going there twice a week and collected belts over the years. You're probably doing a lot of other things. So give us a little bit of your sport karate background and some of the other things you've done beyond just going to the class twice a week.
Okay. Well, I would always, my schedule when it came to karate and martial arts, it was always, sorry about the light. It was always a 3-day, maybe 4-day process for me. I would go Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, and however many times I could go as a kid. And I would always put my all into it. I never really took it for a joke. I would always, and I did make a lot of good friends doing it, but my main focus on it as I got older was really to make myself better in any shape or any form as possible. And then, as when it comes to sport karate, I was, doing my thing in tournaments with forms and breaking boards as well. And then fighting, of course. When it came to fighting, that was more of my go-to when it came to tournaments. I was always quick to fight, and I was always eager to. I never missed a chance to actually. Um, and then later on, I started dropping forms and things like that, and just sticking to fighting because that's what I feel most comfortable at. That's where I feel that I can be, everything that I want to be. That's where my comfort zone is. I really love the combat sense, and I love how it is, and then just getting into everything else, it was just felt natural too.
So your martial arts journey is definitely taking you in a direction of fighting. So
Yes.
what makes you want to now, or in the past year anyway, make that transition into the full contact arena?
What is mine? Um, well, really, it's all just training. That's it. Um, I feel like personally, I feel like I have a natural instinct for it. Um, I don't really have any trouble when it comes to figuring out how to initiate combat in any way or form. It's just something that I find very easy, and I love it. It's very fun to me. It's just it's it's a real good space for me. It keeps my head straight, keeps my body right, and spiritually it keeps me calm.
How has your training changed from, let's say, your last big sport karate fight now to your first full contact kickboxing match?
Um, my training has really taken a toll when it comes to muscle strength. That's probably the biggest change in all of my training is muscle strength, because naturally I'm a strong person, but when it comes to individual muscles and having them all work together at once, it's kind of a struggle, and that's where I feel sport karate is. That's where it really stems when it comes to speed, really, because you're focused on just moving fast. The muscles don't really
Right.
have to be that strong. You're only focused on getting the point and then getting back out. Whereas in full contact fighting, you're focused on really getting in and staying in and not really retreating in any way.
So let me mention, I don't even know how to want to say this. I'm going to mention a few things, and you just give me a brief response to them, okay?
All
Um,
right.
you're fighting Christian Dexter. He's going to be punching you in the face as hard as he can. Give me a brief response.
uh, I wish him luck.
You wish, because no, but what I mean is, how are you preparing for that? Because that is different than a sport karate world.
How am I preparing for it?
Yep.
In my training, my training is just the simple way of, if you want to prepare to get hit, then you get hit. That's it. Um, I've I think I have a pretty strong chin. Um, uh,
All right. Well, okay, that's brief. How about this? He's going to be kicking you in the legs, and that's not something you're quite used to.
um, then I'll take it with a grain of salt. Just as the punch to the face, it doesn't really matter to me. If he's punching me in the face, I'm punching him in the face. He's kicking me in the leg, I'm kicking him in the leg. It doesn't really matter.
How would you classify Christian Dexter? Is he a friend of yours, a fellow competitor? What's that classification?
Uh, Somebody I know, really. Um, just more of an associate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And because you know him, is that going to make this harder or easier to do?
I find it easier just because I know him. Even
Like
even
he,
if I did,
like I
even
don't
if
know,
I
like
didn't know him.
do you mean like he stole my French fries once when we were out for lunch, so it'd be easy for me to punch him in the face, or
No, nothing like that. I mean, it's just competitive. That's it. We've
Okay.
sparred before in sport karate, but
Right.
of course, he's beat me to the punch in that, I have to admit. But this is different, and I have to say I feel more prepared.
Now, we're matching two sport karate athletes against one another, and that's the whole idea of the NAFMA KO fight series.
Mhm.
You talked a little bit about Master Torres and and how he's helped you. Talk to me a little bit about Shannon Bogan.
Oh, Master Chanel, great guy. Yes, nothing but high praise for him. He's been my coach for a long time right now. He's been putting me through the work, making sure I'm doing what I have to do, giving me pointers, advice. He's been another mentor of mine. Great guy, like I said, very tough. Putting me into, helping me get into where I need to be for this event coming up.
Right. Very good. Very good. All right. So what is it? It's Wednesday, right? So we're about
Yes.
4 days away. Are you on weight? And what's your training like the rest of these last couple days?
Well, when it comes to weight, I'm great right now. I really don't have to worry about a thing. All I gotta do is just continue what I've been doing this whole time. Our training for this week has been a little different. We've calmed down a tiny bit. Don't really want to strain myself that much. I've been taking it easy at home, resting my body, making sure I eat well. So for the next couple of days, it'll just be relaxation, but also with a good workout right in the beginning of the day, just to make sure I'm still at top shape.
How do you feel the fight's going to end? See, you and Christian are both nice guys, but you must in your head see it playing out.
Okay, well, I mean, I can only imagine for myself. I can't speak for him, but personally, I don't like to boast. I like to keep my my own images in my own head until they come to fruition.
I understand that.
So
my job is to promote the fight. So if it starts now, it's better for me to sell tickets.
Yeah. Basically, again, sorry about the light. The way I see it ending is, personally, it's me on top. That's it.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to think it any other way. And I'm going to be sitting there probably really close to your mom and really close to his mom during the fight. And Jared, you've always been a class act. Anytime I've ever had any encounters with you, so I wish both you and Christian luck on Saturday night. And if you need anything between now and then, but I think this went really well. If you want to do any last shout outs, go ahead and do them now.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that has ever supported me, and anyone that is really into the things that I'm into. I give respect to all the fighters that are able to do this, and I can't wait to be a part of it myself. I really hope that this can be the start of a beautiful career for me and anyone else who wants to get into it. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem, Jared. I'll see you in a few days, and good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Saturday, October the 5th, USKA Fight Sports returns to its home, the Parkview Inn on Bulldog Drive in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with another pro Muay Thai card. Get your tickets at USKAFightsports.com, USKAFightsports.com.